At least 16 civilians have died in a U.S. airstrike in eastern Afghanistan, according to local officials. The U.S. military has acknowledged the bombing raid in Nangarhar province, but claims only militants were killed. Afghan officials have disputed this. We heard from an eyewitness of the strike and victims' relatives.
My father and my mother were both killed.
11 people were being transported in a vehicle. 3 women, 5 children and 2 men were killed, and 1 other woman was wounded. Her legs were blown off. The bombing was carried out by warplanes. I saw the place where the airstrike hit.
My 2 brothers, my mother and my sister were killed.
The latest claims about civilian deaths come amid increasing talk of a change of tact by the U.S. in Afghanistan. Here's Caitlin Maupin.
According to the Afghan government, these civilians were killed in eastern Afghanistan. The U.S. government says that that is not accurate. It says that only militants were killed. We reached out specifically to the Pentagon to get a clarification and for more information about the situation. We did not receive an answer. Now, this comes as Donald Trump is talking about reworking U.S. strategy in Afghanistan. We just heard him speak on it, and he says his intention is to make it, quote, a whole lot less messy.
It's a very big decision for me. I took over a mess, and we're going to make it a lot less messy. But that has been a place, 17 years, our longest war, as I read in one of your columns. And frankly, it's going to be a decision that's going to be made very soon.
Now, at this point, roughly 8,400 U.S. troops are in Afghanistan. They're joined by roughly 5,000 NATO forces that are there alongside them from various NATO countries. The United States has been in Afghanistan for over 16 years. There's been a series of incidents in which civilians have been killed, and increasingly in U.S. airstrikes, we've also seen Afghan security forces being killed. Much controversy surrounding U.S. activities in the country, but as the U.S. intervention in the country continues, there have been calls from the military for an expansion of the U.S. military presence in Afghanistan. Now, one proposal is being put forward on Afghanistan, and it's coming from Erik Prince. Now, Erik Prince is the founder of a private security firm, a military contractor, formerly known as Blackwater. It is quite controversial. He's proposing that the USA privatize its war in Afghanistan.
There would be contracted people, professionals, former special operations veterans that have experience in that theater to go do that work.
Would you be profiting from the war?
Well, we're not there now, but any vendor that, again, that solves that solution, that's capitalism. That's what it's about.
Now, the expanded use of military contractors in Afghanistan and other parts of the world raises questions of accountability when such forces violate international law or engage in activities that are questionable. But this is just one of the many questions that are raging as the 16-year intervention by the United States in Afghanistan continues.